Token D Rock here with another stream. It is Thursday, February 16th, 9:33 a.m. Central Standard Time. Crypto market cap sitting at $1.109 trillion. Bitcoin dominance at 42.7%. Can see that Bitcoin has risen in base here considerably here in the past 24 hours. Looking at roughly over 10% in the past 48 hours. Bitcoin sitting at 24.5 right now. ETH sitting at $1,700. BNB at 320. Cardano at 40 cents. Matic at $1.02. Dogecoin nearing 9 cents. Taking a look at the market, things are looking on the up. Taking a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, we can see had a mean red candle upon opening, but it seems to be that we are making ground to those previous highs, or at least trying to. Taking a look at Bitcoin's 1 hour chart, you can see potentially a sort of rising wedge forming. I'll draw it out here in a second. You can see that we went roughly as high as 24.9 and then got rejected, ultimately setting a local low right around 24,275. Now, if it's rising wedge, I don't know if it's going to play out perfectly, but I'm gonna guess this is a rising wedge, which can signal that we may lower here in the short term. Again, not financial advice, but if I were to guess, I would think that crypto as a whole will be going lower here soon at some point. I could be wrong. This could be the next bull run, but I highly doubt it. I'm not trying to be a bear, but I mean, just taking a look at previous price action for Bitcoin, last time we were this, you guys, was roughly about 6 months ago, back on August 15th, almost to a T, 6 months ago. It's February 16th. You do the math. 6 months ago, we were this high. We went as high as 25.2 and then ultimately got rejected. And then that's when we started seeing some more downside, retesting these lows right around 18.9, 19K Bitcoin. We did have a few moments where we went as low as 17.6, 17.5. Again, before Bitcoin ultimately got back up to 21.4, got rejected, and then that's when we saw the lows around 15K for a good month or so. Scraps of FTX. So while this does look good, we are still trending above the 20 week SMA. I believe that's what it's called. I'm just not bullish. And the other thing we have to take into consideration is DXY is temporarily trending higher. After finding support right around 103.1, we're sitting at just slightly under 104. Could this be a sign of things to come? Is DXY going to rip? Well, let's head over to Twitter for some news. Time will tell on that. This morning, taking a look at Bitcoin's price action all the way up to 24.7, 24.8. Looking at it kind of suspiciously, like something's got to be up here. Strike and the Lightning Network lets BitCents send US dollars instantly over the Bitcoin network. So very cool to see an app like that flourishing, even in the bear market amidst everything going on. Can someone tell me why DXY and Bitcoin are both going up? They've really correlated for most of Bitcoin's existence. If you are curious as to what negatively correlated means, it means that when DXY typically goes up, we see Bitcoin go down, and vice versa. So if DXY goes down, then we typically see Bitcoin go up. But we're not seeing that happen right now. So something could be a new trend. Who knows? Got to be kidding me. Where CoinStats hold their Bitcoin, even with the collapse of your Celsius, FTX, we can see that a lot of people are still holding their Bitcoin on exchanges. More than 2/3 of stat users are holding their Bitcoin on exchange and not in their private wallet, which personally, with all the um, bankrupts, insolvencies within the past year, that's a bit concerning that so many people still trust exchanges so much with their funds. Benjamin Cohen into the cryptoverse says, has anyone considered that Bitcoin because people are converting their alts back to Bitcoin? Could it be the recent rally that we experienced up to 22, 23K? Could that rally have sent the altcoins up to a point where a lot of people decided to start, upping their altcoins for Bitcoin? It is entirely possible. I mean, to think that's not possible, I mean, we have in some instances over here 3 to 4% drops in the Bitcoin to altcoin ratio. So I don't know. Personally, I think it's very likely, but there's no certainty. There are people still waiting for $10,000 Bitcoin. Say, but I'm one of those people. These people missed out on over $1,000 move to the upside. Talk about blowing it. I didn't entirely blow it. I did buy some Bitcoin right around 15, 16, 17K. I wish I had bought a little more considering bidding where it is, but I do think we do have an inevitable another leg down in the market. Pro Bitcoin Argentinian presidential candidate saying politicians print money to finance their spending party. Inflation. You can see this guy from Argentina running for president's pretty based. As a result, I don't see him getting elected because I'm sure the cheaters will find one way or another to get their preferred candidate into the office. U.S. Senator tabled a bill to make sure Bitcoin cannot be excluded as an option from 401k plans. Good to see a U.S. Senator stepping up to make Bitcoin part of people's 401k plans. I'm pretty sure here in the coming years we'll see a lot of Gen Xers, maybe even millennials, taking advantage of this if they're thinking about retirement at all. Because the way things are going right now, you guys, hate to say it, but baby boomers are probably the last ones to stupid, a decent amount of Social Security. The rest of it totally effed. In other news, the Matrix star Keanu Reeves saying Bitcoin is an amazing tool for exchanges. It's an amazing tool for exchange of resources. Criticizing it is only going to make it better. So we got an endorsement from Matrix star, John Wick star, Keanu Reeves. Here we have Fudster, Charlie Munger saying it's just ridiculous that anybody would buy stuff. Crypto shit. It's massively stupid. Nothing on earth has done more good to the human race than national currencies. Oh man, for someone so old and so wise, I guess you're not so wise because the thing about national currencies, they've destroyed many citizens time and time again throughout history. Here we have another Mr. Wonderful himself, trying to take down Binance.
So right now,
Kevin
10%
O'Leary
of
is
BNB's
on
being
Team
in a market cap.
FTX.
The only reason
Look
to
at
own that
this.
token on Binance is to get a discount on trading fees. What's the intrinsic value of that token? Nothing. It doesn't give you
Oh, like
access
your
to the equity of the
FTT
company.
token?
Now,
Gotcha.
if you go look at the wallets, the wallets that have 97% of all of those tokens, I wonder who owns those. What happens if one of them says, I want cash? Does Binance have 34 billion USD of cash? I don't think so. So my whole point is these things will keep blowing up over and over and over again. And finally, the senators are saying on these committees, we're done. Let's put the heavy hand of regulation down.
Uh, this is what's crazy is he just got burned, to my understanding, millions of dollars by FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried and Alameda Research, etc. Here he's fudding the crap out of Binance. I do agree with him. It is weird that two accounts on Binance own a large majority of specific tokens on the Binance Smart Chain. While I do think that is a question for concern, how about let's focus on what went wrong with FTX, so we can potentially prevent the same thing with happening at other exchanges like Binance, instead of just continuously over and over and over trying to FUD the competitor. Like, again, I'm not here to say, oh, Binance cannot go under. Binance is totally safe, but it's a little disgusting that this man lost millions of dollars from FTX, but here he's bitching about Binance and fudding the crap out of them. Personally, Mr. Wonderful, I used to look up to this guy a little bit. Like, I thought he was a smart guy. I thought he was a somewhat decent investor, decent person, whatever that may. But I ever since the FTX debacle, I can't stand him. I've learned that he's more or less like the rest. He's a POS and not proof of stake, proof of piece of shit. Alexander Lorenzo saying Ethereum Shanghai upgrade is going to completely obliterate the market. I guess there's anticipation that because of this upgrade coming to Ethereum, many people will sell off their Ethereum again, buy the rumor, sell the news. As the event gets closer, the price goes up and people start selling off. Residents near East Palestine tell Tucker Carlson over Fox News that they were told to sign a waiver to promise to not sue agencies monitoring the air near their property. Tucker having the company whose train derailed a test for the facts of the derailment is a little like putting footage of the FDA. Oh, I guess we did do that. Yeah, more buffoonery. Regardlessness, carelessness, malfeasance towards the health and livelihoods of many Americans over in Ohio, and people affected by the train derailment over in Palestine that will affect many people living along the Ohio River. We went over that yesterday in a bit more detail. Don't worry, just go back to work. The air is safe to breathe. Remember, the U.S. government told you that right at ground zero on the day of 9/11 occurring. This is the, I guess, overview of East Palestine from our atmosphere. Does not look good. I don't think that air is in particularly very healthy to inhale, but what do I know? I'm not the government. Luke Rakowski says, yeah, this makes sense, like believing the government actually cares about you. EPA says gas stoves are really dangerous to the environment. Meanwhile, EPA has nothing to say regarding the train derailment that occurred over in East Palestine. Vinyl chloride, hazardous materials just being shot up into the air via massive explosion. Talk about carelessness, environmentalists in the streets, hypocrites in the sheets, no protests, no Greta Thunberg, no Biden, no AOC, no Al Gore. Where are the so-called environmentalists for East Palestine? Yeah, all I hear are crickets. Here we have non-binary former Biden admin's official, Jesus Christ, that's a mouthful. Sandman arrives to appear in court today in Minneapolis for stealing a woman's luggage at MSP back in October. And to my understanding, this wasn't the only incident that the former Biden admin was caught stealing luggage. To my knowledge, I think he was caught like 2 or 3 times. The fall from quite the fall of grace from for this individual here. Like, why you're a government official? Why do you need to steal luggage? It makes no sense. Perplexes my mind. Sting, the bassist and singer, lead vocalist from the band The Police. This guy Clayton Morris says Sting is one of his favorite one of his favorite musicians since childhood. This reaffirms his position. Sting says the war in Ukraine is built on a lie. He tells an audience in Poland the truth. #facts. Um, and this is another interesting development. AP, or the Associated Press, has published images of Ukrainian unit leader sporting an ISIS patch. What's going on there? Why does a Ukrainian soldier have an ISIS patch? Oh, that's right. Because, believe it or not, the U.S. funded ISIS to overthrow Assad in Syria. Just remember, we directly fund a lot of these insurgency groups, these terrorist organizations, to topple a regime, whether it's the Assad regime, whether it's Mossad back in, I believe, Libya. We do it time and time, and just like we did it in Iraq, Afghanistan, the list goes on. But this is interesting. I thought I'd share that with you guys. Here we have Whitney Webb revealing a globalist master plan. They're looking at feudalism. She's saying that H.G. Wells predicted that in 100, 200 years, there would be two human races. There would be the upgraded, augmented, elite, who are intellectual and attractive, and then the dwarf-like, troll-like, squat underclass that eats bugs. They're telling us to eat bugs. Are they trying to make us like dwarf like, troll like, squat underclass that happens to eat bugs? I don't know. Maybe there's a connection there. Maybe there's not. If you look at how these people think, they don't want that utopia. They're looking at feudalism and how you create a class of slaves that cannot even cognitively rebel ever again. And that's saying they're entrapping us in the way in which we think, by telling us, oh, well, if you don't take this medical procedure, then you won't be able to do this activity, that activity, the other activity. So most people, because they don't think cognitively, they don't have what is it, an inner voice, so to speak, an inner dialogue. Um, a lot of people just go along with the program. They don't even question it. Again, no cognitive. Um, Not a whole lot of cognitive brain power going there. So, I'm not calling people dumb, but I think a lot of people don't question what they are told to be the truth, and that is kind of why we're in the pickle that we are. And they're just trying to make matters worse and kind of get things in this direction with the whole idea. Well, oh, you're gonna have to pay carbon tax if you want to heat your home for the winter. Oh, you're gonna have to pay your carbon tax to drive your car. Oh, you're only gonna be able to live within a 15-mile radius or something crazy like that. If you want to move outside of that radius, then you're gonna have to get permission from the governor or the council, whatever it may be. But I just thought I'd add that at the end. I thought that was kind of interesting, the whole underclass that eats bugs, because Klaus Schwab and many other individuals from the World Economic Forum kind of spreading that nonsense that you will eat the bugs and you will like it. You'll have to cut down on your meat consumption. Again, this is all just theoreticals. We'll see what actually plays out. Time will tell, but they tell us exactly what they want to do, and it just so happens to be that they blah blah blah. They're predicting a uh, huge blackout of sorts, huge basically shutdown of the internet. Who knows what's going to happen, you guys? But hopefully, you guys enjoyed the stream, found it entertaining, educational, informative in some way, shape, or form. Please like and subscribe, hit notification bell to be notified when we go live next. I will see you all tomorrow, 9:15, 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Take care and